Dominiquez is going to be the batter up. Runners aboard. We've got Taylor Kirk at second base. Jack Edmonds takes his lead at first. Double play depth all around the infield. The outfield is straight away, and here comes the pitch. There he dialed it up, popped the pill at 92 miles an hour, swung on and missed. And the pitch, ground ball left side. Takes a funny hop here on Phelps, but he stays with it, touches the bag, throws to first, gets it done. That one had some English on it.
It was, the interesting thing about that, I thought Phelps was going to flip it to Fox, but he didn't. He took it himself and made the play.
And here in the inning, no runs, no hits, one error, one man left on base as we move to the bottom half of the fourth.
Those dance moves. Well, it's midnight. We're wound up too tight. I got a fistful. Just bit me. Makes me bad, crazy. We got no fear, no darling. We're going up tonight to kick out every night, to get anything we want. All right, I think we found our winner. I saw the best crazy stars I've ever seen. Congratulations, you won Boogie for your bro. Thanks, little Brit. Okay, looks like he was at a Nickelback concert. Well, it's time now for the Alley Cat beer batter of the game. So our next batter for the Edmonton Riverhawks, we'll announce in a second. If he gets on base for a walk, a hit, anyway, we're handing out 10 specialty beer bats with maple leafs on them. Good for one free fill of beer or pop at the concession.
And we're back at Remax Field on our Canada Day presentation of Riverhawk baseball. And it appears now we're back functioning at all 8 cylinders. We apologize for that. Had some internet difficulties tonight. That's the first time that's happened this year, and we certainly hope it's the last. Here's Robert Phelps, who turned a nice double play to retire the side. The top half of the fourth inning, swings at the pitch, and he bounces the ball to the left side into the shortstop's hole. Kirk had to sidearm the ball, thought it might have been a little high, but the out is recorded at first base, and there's one gone. And Yzerman's will be the batter up. Oh, that foot was off the bag. There's no doubt about that. But Yzerman's will be the batter, and the count on him at strike one. Max Stagg also due up in the inning. An infield tonight of Shalman at third, Aldovia at first base, Kirk at short, Nelson the second baseman. And the infield is back and fanned apart. The outfield tonight of Gisay in left, Marquis in center, Porras is the right fielder. As you see, those very popular seats that are located right behind the home plate area, just adjacent to the luxury bar here at the park. The Hawks Nest. This ball is popped up foul and out of play. Strike one to the batter, Grant Yzerman's. Just a sublime evening to play a game of baseball. And here comes the pitch on a hop to the plate and between the wickets of Edmonds and onto the backstop area. Still 28 degrees centigrade. That's 86 Fahrenheit.
And a fair amount of humidity in the air, Al.
And here's the 2-2 delivery. High fly ball raised out into center field, drifting back and on just a little bit towards his left is Tommy Marquis. And in reverse gear makes the catch. That ball ticketed to 351 feet up the middle. And Max Stagg, the hitter. Here's what's going on the West Coast League tonight in the bottom of 2. Springfield leads Ridgefield 4-0. Nanaimo was up on Victoria 1-0 in the bottom of 2. Yakima Valley up by a run on the Marion Berries in the third inning, 1-0. Wenatchee and Kamloops are scoreless through 3 innings tonight at Norbrook Field in Kamloops. Bellingham a 1-0 lead on Kelowna in the back of 3. Scoreless between Walla Walla and Bend. They're just underway. That's in the bottom of 1. And no score reported tonight from Cowlitz and the Portland Pickles. And Max Stagg is going to wear one. Right on the small of the back.
Totally got away from him. And this is the meat of the order for the Riverhawks. Lenahan in a pretty good season so far.
And the pitcher, Hofstiller, throws a curveball in the strike zone, 0-1. Big break, slow curveball, nice spin, good pitch. Strike 1 here to Lenahan. And we're up high with a fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery. Fastball misses high. Hitting 300 right on the nose. His 19th ball game as Riverhawk, most of the time at first base. Occasionally he's been platooned over at third. At first base, I think he's really a fluid infielder. Real good soft hands. He can pick those hard sinking line drives, hit right in front of him. And those are balls that can lead up even a big league infielder.
He also does a great job scooping the ball on a low throw. He's a very good first baseman.
And the 3-1 pitch is on the way. Ticketed up the middle, hard hit ball way back there in center field. Not going to get caught on the fly. Marquis will have to chase this ball off the ball. And Lenahan pulls in a scoring position with a double and a run batted in. Hit it right on the screws.
Can't do it better than that, Al. Like you said, in the deepest part of that power alley, put it right to the wall.
380 feet of distance when the ball hit ground, and 100 miles an hour off the bat barrel. As you can see, he got all of it. Pulled the trigger on it. There's going to be no play for Marquis. Long run back, and that's a double. Here for Lenahan. And Green will be the batter. Now 3-run first and 1 spot on the board here in the last of 4. Comebacker, the shortstop. Kirk had it defense just perfectly. Ball hit right to him just off to the right of second base, or the left of second. Makes the scoop, and that will do it. But a run in to score. We're through 4. And a 4-0 Edmonton lead.
We've got 5, 2, 4, maybe 6 competitors. We're going to see who has the best all-over Canadian look, whether it's the mullet, the flying mullet, or it could be the Canadian tuxedo. The winner is going to get a bus stop sign, courtesy of Edmonton Transit, and a $100 GC for Boston Pizza. All right, let's go. We're gonna start over here. Let's see, work it. Nice mullet, very decent Canadian tuxedo.
Nice.
The denim matches, very indigo. All right, let's move on to our next competitor.
Is that Chad Kruger? I can't see from here.
I don't believe that mullet is all real. They're friends. They're obviously friends. Let's move on to our next competitor. Right. It's just a straight up Canadian. There it is. Wow, that is all.
Oh boy.
Wow. Wow.
That's a Molson keg right there.
There was you could see the shaving mark.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Sun's out, guns out. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
He is a wild party. That's
If Grand
1983's Kim
Prairie was
Mitchell.
a person, Graham. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. That might be the most Canadian body ever. Oh, I like this. Uh-oh, he's gone.
Boy.
He's gone. All right, we're going to pick a winner. It's chaos. Never trust.
Just pick a winner there,
We're
Donovan.
going to pick a winner. We'll give it to this guy over here. Congratulations. I love the mullet and the slight bald spot and then the shaving. You just nailed it. Here's your bus stop sign. All right. All right, good. Oh.
Donovan, he must be hot wearing that brown velour sweater.
Oh my gosh, Graham. It just smells like Aqua Velva over here.
I love it. Was that one guy Kim Mitchell? I couldn't tell. Now leading off, third baseman, 35, Tyler Schulman.
On to the fifth inning, and it's starting out as a Union inning. 1 pitch, 1 ground ball, 1 out. As Phelps has an easy play on that ball hit to the left side of the infield off Tyler Shellman. 1 away.
Hard hit ball right at Phelps. Very easy play.
All right, major leagues tonight. And it's the Cubs playing at home, a 5-2 lead on the Cleveland Guardians. That's in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Texas Rangers have got a lead of 5 at the end of 7. They're up 7-2 on the Orioles. It's the Astros 6, the Rockies 4 through 5. And the Royals playing out at Seattle tonight, a 3-1 lead on the M's. And that's at the end of 2 innings in that beautiful, beautiful ballpark just off I-5. Right on the nose of the Puget Sound. Giants 2, the Diamondbacks no score in the bottom of 3. And the Dodgers 1, the White Sox no score. And they are just underway at Dodger Stadium. Seems like every time I look at the score sheet, they're playing home. They don't ever go on the road. And here comes the pitch. Another good fastball right in on the hands. Another bouncing ball here to Phelps, and he's on to first base. There's 2 away. $11 ground ball outs.
A lot of them are doing a real nice job keeping that fastball low and getting those ground outs.
And Jeremy Gisay is going to be the batter up, right-handed batter. Playing out in left field tonight, hitting out of the 8th spot in the Lefties order. And the pitch is a strike. If you're wondering why they're called the Lefties, if you look at a map of the United States, you'll notice that the Pacific Coast is on the left side of the map and the Atlantic Coast is on the right. Ergo, they're called the Lefties. And the kick and the pitch. Line drive, base hit. He just about scooped that one right out of the catcher's mitt. Jeremy Gisay with a nice piece of opposite field hitting and a 2-out single.
Very good swing, solid hit.
And Jeff Nelson, the second baseman, will be the batter up. July 11th, 12th, and 13th, the engagement will be back in Port Angeles, a 3-game series on the back end of a 6-game State of Washington swing. The Hawks will kick it off with a Tuesday night ball game in Bellingham. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then the short drive over to Port Angeles. And Jeff Nelson, the batter up. And the pitch to him. It's going to miss low here from Carson Latimer. Delta, British Columbia, right-hand pitcher, 6'3", 210-pounder, out of Sacramento State. And the 2-0 delivery in there at the knee. Third start on the year for Latimer. 10 innings of work going into the ball game tonight. 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 run earned, 4 walks, 13 Ks. No record and a 0.90 earned run average. Now, we had one of our all-time favorites pitched last year out of the UBC, pitched for Edmonton. He went 5-0 with an ERA right about what you see with Latimer. Picardi Domingo, he's pitching for the Padres in the California A-League, which is usually regarded as maybe your best A-League of the whole works, and he's got over 40 strikeouts on the year. Good to see for Picardi Domingo. Middle miss on the run in to one-hand that one in, a fly ball out to right. Sets down the side. 4.5 through tonight on Canada Day.
I love maple syrup.
Happy Canada Day.
My favorite animal is moose.
Happy Canada Day, Riverhawks fans.
Favorite Canadian stereotype? That we wear denim all the time.
All right, look at those sharp new Canadian tuxedo uniforms. Even got a little rip on the knee there. Nice stitching, those hats. I don't know, we can't see the front, but it looks like a nice good. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, he's just walking away. Let's see that knee. There's attention to detail. So, oh, my goodness, and look what's happening out in center field. That's Donovan on a brand new e-bike from E-Bike Edmonton. And guess that means today is your lucky day. We're going to pick one random seat, one random fan to pedal away with that brand new Silverback Model Cruiser 24 valued at $2,000. So here we go. Do we have the number? It is Section G, row 15, seat 15. There you go. If you're in that seat, Donovan's going to pedal a bike right to you. Congratulations. That's a beautiful e-bike courtesy of our friends, E-Bike Edmonton. We also want to give a shout out to City of Edmonton for giving those great bus signs. This is the only place you're going to win a bus sign. Leading off for your Riverhawks, the right fielder, 36.
And it'll be Mitchell Middlemiss, who was a late addition to the lineup tonight. The original lineup, as penciled in, was erased about a half an hour before the game. Middlemiss with a slow ground ball pulled to the left side of the infield. Kirk was over to make the catch, and he had to sidearm the toss in the dirt. And Middlemiss runs that line real well for a big man.
He certainly does, and slow roller, and it was a very difficult play for the shortstop. Well run by Middlemiss.
No doubt about it, it took Kirk deep into the shortstop's hole, and the throw on a bounce and out there on time. And Sato will be the hitter up. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. He was stranded at second base in the first inning. Strike one on the batter. Double play depth in the middle infield, and the pitch is a spinner, curveball. It's in there for a strike. 0-2. Hostetler in relief of Cole Acker. Got 2 outs in the first inning, had to give way, just had some control ball problems. Previous to that, he'd been pretty much pitching the lights out, but had a tough one tonight. There, Hostetler will waste a pitch down and away.
You know, every player has a bad game at some time, Al.
And the 1-2 pitch on the fists. Flared foul up the right side, now to play. Port Angeles lefty bullpen is idle. They'll go with Hostetler just as long as they can tonight.
There, he threw that last pitch. Was in on the hands. This one he broke off the breaking ball.
And here's the 1-2 delivery. That's a called third strike. And no doubt about it, was in the rectangle.
That was a good pitch. He flew him. He was expecting a breaking ball, and he got the fastball.
Third strikeout for Hostetler tonight. And second baseman Jackson Fox is the batter. Tell you what would go real nice right now is a little bit of breeze blowing from center field towards the press box.
Yes.
Normally you don't want that, but tonight I can sure use it. And here's the 1-0 delivery. Threw that one right down the gun barrel. Three runs in the first and a 9-batter up inning. And with 2 out, a hit batsman and later produced a run. Lenahan knocked in Max Stagg, who was in scoring position. Runners on the move and the pitch. Hit and run play, and it's fouled off at third base.
Inside pitch, he got around on it. That's not what he wanted to do. He'd like to hit the ball right where second baseman disappears to cover the runner.
As I said, the Rule 4 amateur draft coming up middle of July. 53 ball players drafted out of the West Coast League last year by major league clubs. Some of the players reported, some of them didn't, and will continue on with their collegiate education. Pitch was up in the eyes of the batter Fox, and he's around on strikes. As an example, in the 17th round, a shortstop by the name of Gavin Smith was drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. He played for about a nanosecond with the Edmonton Riverhawks and is now attending Pepperdine University. And the pitch, too high. Here to Veach. "20 rounds is what the major leagues draft now. And it used to be 60. Here's a pickoff throw, and it's a good one. As Valdovia puts the tag down. And Middle Miss was just a little late coming back to the bag, and really quick was Hostetler off his back leg, off the rubber, and on to first. Yeah, he is DOA at the bag, not by much, but he is erased 1-3 on the putout. And Veach will be the batter when we move to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Great night for baseball here at the site. A big crowd on hand, about 9,200 on Canada Day.
Brooks and Dunn than Shania Twain.
Yeah. I think we made a love connection.
You can book them for parties, I believe.
All right, that was a fantastic performance. It brought me back to karaoke at Rosie's. And our winner, it's a close call. We're going to give it to Kyle. Congratulations, you got a Booster Juice mugs and 10 free smoothies. Thank you for singing it to sip it with Booster Juice.
spot in the starting 9 this evening for the Lefties, and the pitch is high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Tommy Marquis and Taylor Kirk due up for the Lefties. 1 ball, no strike count. Latimer draws a beat on the gun barrel, and the pitch. That one was just a little bit high and outside.
Just a little wider than the previous pitch. And both were seem to be change-ups, Al. There were not a lot on them.
And there you get another look at, I don't know if we've shown you that side of Edmonton yet. That's on the far right side of the screen. That's across the river on the south side.
Latimer comes in with his fastball and hits a foul ball.
And the 2-1 delivery. On the hands, fouled away. As you can see, it's not anywhere near dark. The lights are on, but really to no avail, I wouldn't think. And all through all those AAA professional years we had, how the hitters loved hitting here for a big chunk of the season. And in those days, if they didn't need to turn the lights on, believe me, they didn't. Line drive to the right. That's a frozen rope, and Fox is there, 1 pace to his right to bring it in. And why is that? Well, hitters will tell you they just see the ball better in the daylight.
A lot different from night, that's for sure. There is a place here, right now, when it gets dusk here, for some reason, high pop flies, you can lose them. And today's got a little cloud, so I think it'll be all right. But clear sky, for whatever reason, right around dusk, you'll lose the ball in the sky.
That is a phenomenon called a high sky. 1 ball, no strikes here on McCory. Sophomore out of Fordham University, Philadelphia, PA, the hometown of Tommy Marquis. And here's the 2-0 pitch, too high. Through the opening 5 1/3 innings, Latimer has only faced 3 batters more than the minimum. 1 on an infield hit, 1 on an error, and another 1 on a base hit to right field. And the 3-0 toss. High and away, ball 4. First walk of the night issued by Latimer.
And most of the evening, he has been ahead on the count right from the first pitch. And we're going to get some action in the bullpen now for the Riverhawks.
And Taylor Kirk, who tonight reached base on a throwing error, bounced out to Lenahan to retire the side in the first inning. Lenahan here now will hold on McCroy. And there's a wild pitch that'll move the man into scoring position. That was a fastball at about 58 feet to the plate. So a wild pitch will put McCroy at second, and it will also take him on the third. That was a fastball, but only at 58 miles an hour in distance. And then Green was a little late getting to the ball.
He lost it, Al. I don't think he knew where it was. And he seemed a little slow, his movements. So I'm wondering if that leg's bothering him.
Well, there was no misplay there, so for the moment it's a wild pitch to second and to third, but that is subject to change.
Now ground ball if it's shortstop towards second base or on the right side. They'll just get the out, let the run score. If it's tight on third base or whatever, they're going to freeze a runner, then go to first.
And Taylor Kirk awaits the pitch. You are correct. Ball hit up the middle will score the run. On the corners, might not happen. 2 balls, no strikes. And a right-hander up and throwing in the relief pen down the left field foul line, the Riverhawk bullpen. And the 2-0 delivery. Down and away, ball 3.
I believe if Latimer loses this batter, his day will be done.
And Latimer's ready to go. And that one is in the strike zone, 3-1. There's that 2-seamer with a ton of sink on it. Bottom fell right out of the pitch. And the count leaving up at, we'll go to a full count, 3-2.
We saw that early in the first inning, that fastball dropping like that, and really tough to hit.
And the pitch. Ball's popped up, back to first base in foul territory. Lenahan will let it go, and Fox, the second baseman, is going to come over and make the play. Tagging up and coming in to score is McCoy. And it's a lead of 3, 4-1 ball game. No time at bat, and a run batted in for Kirk.
Now there was a miscommunication there with Lenahan and Jackson Fox. I don't know whether Jackson called him off or whatever. I know they're discussing it now. You got to have better communication than that, because that took away the throw when they collided. And when we got the out, it took away the throw to home plate.
And Jack Edmonds is the batter. Amish Washington ball player, 225 pounds, Brown University. Edmonds tonight is 1 for 1. He's got a walk and an infield hit. And that'll leave the count up at a ball and a strike. Massive fireworks show to get underway right about 11 o'clock tonight. The fireworks, I do believe, are launched from that area. We'll get it on our drone camera a little later. It's called the High Level Bridge. And it might be a mile away from here. And that'll even the count up. Edmonton is 1 game better than 500. They're 12-11. Coming off a tough road trip through the Vancouver Island area, 3 in Victoria. And they went 1-2. And 3 started in Nanaimo, only 2 got finished in there. They went 0-2. But that pitch up in the zone, a swing and a miss as Edmonds chases a high fastball. And we'll move to the bottom of 6, a 4-1 Edmonton lead.
I've got Brady and Joel over here, childhood friends. One's going to drink the coffee fed by the other one. Then they start on the Nanaimo bars. Then I've got Hayden Morrison, our own Riverhawks girlfriend right here, Kelsey, and his sister, Sydney. And they're going to represent here. Are you guys ready? You got 45 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Feed that coffee to your partner. Drink that double-double. Get it in there. Oh, yeah, that's it. You're good. Joel has got some good technique. He's tapping up higher. Kelsey and Sydney are doing it. Kelsey and Sydney are done. She is just shoving that Nanaimo bar in her face. Oh, my gosh, there is no stopping. We're doing it over here, Braden and Joel. Childhood friends. They've shared a lot of really weird memories, and this is one of them. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's how. Look me in the eye when you eat that Nanaimo bar. All right, we've got a few seconds left. Sydney, Christy, come on. Right here. Not along where I come. 9, 8, 7, 6. We're going to call it right there. Take a look. Got 2 Nanaimo bars. Oh, my God. I'm giving it to Braden and Joel. Braden and Joel, you are the winners. $100 gift card at Century Social Hall. You guys did pretty good. Can't talk, both full. Way to go.
Well, that took a turn. You know what? We want to give a big thank you to our friends at the Art of Cake for providing those delicious Nanaimo bars that were just destroyed in a minute with this epic and oh so Canadian Chowdown Challenge. So thank you.
And I say, hey, 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 it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just got to say it's alright. Katie sings on the corner, what keeps her from dying?
Now at the plate for your Riverhawks, the center fielder 42, Drew Beach.
She won't stop trying.
New pitcher in the ball game is Josh Verkulen, big tall right-hander. And the batter Vici shows the bunt, takes the bat back, and the count is at 0-1. Verkulen will make his 6th appearance in relief, no starts. Cranks that right arm back, kicks that left leg way up there. Foul back, strike 2. Verkulen, 8 1/3 innings, 19 hits, 11 runs, they're all earned. 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. He logs an 0-1 record. No saves and 11.28 earned run average. Pitching here to Veach, and it's a breaking ball down and away. Four and a third innings tonight for Hofstetler. He coughed up 1 run. It was an earned run. He struck out 4 batters. He hit 1 batter. Actually hit 2 batters. And it did not walk a batter. And there's a ball that's pulled down the left field line. Schalman coming over to his right. Couldn't get to it. At second base is Veach. Makes the big turn. He found himself a new gear, but I think he's going to bring it back with a ground rule double.
That's right. That's right. Ground rule double. Too bad it stuck in there because he was going to make it to third. He was motoring.
Veach with a ground rule double. What happened? The ball went down the line, and if it enters into the bullpen, and hopefully we'll get that so we can show it to you. There it is. It's in the bullpen. That's 2 bases, no further. And Phelps will be the hitter with the man in scoring position. As Verkulen goes to work and he throws a strike. Out of Glendora, California, 6'2", 180-pound senior, Cal State San Bernardino. The college assignment, bouncing ball to the left side will move the man down to third. This is Kirk, and he'll sidearm across the diamond onto Valdovia. And there's 2 gone, and Veach on to third. And Isermans will be the hitter.
Phelps did the job. He got him over.
Isermans tonight is 1 for 3. Punched a single into right his first at bat. Came around to score. He's struck out and flied out since. And the pitch is high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Canada Day night. 158th anniversary of this great country. And a lot of celebrations will be at ballparks today. That'll score the run. It's a 1-hopper here to Kirk, the shortstop. Got the tailgate down. He had to backpedal a little bit, but he throws the strike to the bag, and there's 2 away. And a run batted in for Isermans.
Nice job by Iserman. Middle infield. They were going to allow that run to score. There's no way they'd make the throw home.
Stagg tonight has walked and scored. He's been hit by a pitch and come in to score. So he's only got 1 at bat, and that was a fly ball out and 2 plate appearances. And here's the 1-0 delivery. And that's low away. They are going to sell an unbelievable amount of beverage tonight, food, souvenir
sure
items, so you name it. They're going
Ice
to
cream, you name it.
And the pitch. Call strike. This franchise that plays in the West Coast League, 27 home games, and they turn some of the Class A professional clubs and make them look ridiculous. Stuff that they have been able to do here in Edmonton, and I've been in a lot of pro parks in my time. Unbelievable.
I've never seen any place where they have promotions every game.
And the 3-1 delivery is a strike. We played a Friday night game here a couple of weeks ago. First 3 innings, absolutely a deluge, pouring rain. Still had 3,500 people in the ballpark, and they all stayed. And here's the payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. And Stagg with 3 plate appearances tonight. Lanahan, who ticketed the ball up the middle and knocked in a run in the 4th inning with a monster double. He gapped it out in the left center field as the batter.
He's very capable. If that ball's on the outside, he'll put it to right center. He goes where the pitch is and has power to all fields.
There's an errant throw. Valdovia couldn't make the scoop. That's going to be an error charged. And Max Stagg will trot into scoring position. Had the right idea, just didn't go about it quite right. Didn't get set real good when he made the throw.
No, and threw it off and into that bullpen area, the dugout area.
Second error of the night for the Port Angeles Lefties. 1 error tonight for the Riverhawks. And it's a lead of 4, 5-1 contest here in the last of 6. Our apologies, we had some internet difficulties earlier in our game. They've gotten things well looked after. And if something like that goes wrong, don't look at me.
You know more about it than I do.
Well, then you know absolutely nothing.
That's exactly right.
Lanahan came into the ball game hitting 300 right on the button. And Edmonds is going to call time. They're going to change the cadence up a little bit in their signals.
The man on second base, that's right. They're just making sure the signs are given, what the keys are.
And here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ball had good spin on it, good movement, good break. It was down in the zone. That'll do it a strikeout here for Verolan. And we'll head to the 7th inning. Edmonton up by 4.
Here we have 2 coaches and 2 teams. On the green couch, we are going to have Luke and Corey from Edmonton. And on the red couch, we got Nick and Matt from St. Albert. Their job is to carry this couch with the poutine, make it all the way down around the Mascot River Kid and back to me. Whoever makes it back to me without spilling the poutine is going to win 2 passes to go on a hot air ride. That's right, a hot air balloon ride. That's what you're playing for. Let's count them down from 3, 2, 1, go! Race those Chesterfields. Don't spill the poutine. Look out for Kid.
Chris.
Oh, winners!
Is the poutine
gone
okay?
down.
Oh,
Luke and
no. Is the poutine okay?
hurt.
No!
And our winners are over here. It's none other than Matt and Nick. You each get 2 passes. Form Remax to go on a hot air balloon ride for 2. Congratulations, you won the Chesterfield Chouts. This has been Remax Bet the House. Whoa!
Oh, the Poutine crew cleanup is on the field. You want one of those concession poutines? Doan Grant Thornton has you covered, helping you with your accounting needs and your food cravings. They've counted each piece, each fry as well. It's all accounted for in their poutine. Donovan, is the poutine okay? How about our contestant?
I don't care. The poutine.
He's taking a hot air balloon ride to the Medi Center.
There was cheese curds everywhere.
I know. And in to pitch for your Edmonton Riverhawks, number 21, Miles Chamberlain. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this Canada Day, each and every one of you is part of history. Tonight's attendance, 9,200. That is the West Coast League attendance record.
And the final totals for Carson Latimer tonight. Through 87 pitches, 58 in the strike zone, 6 innings stint. 1 earned run, he twirled a 2-hitter, struck out 1, and he walked 2 batters and tethered a wild pitch. Started to run out of gas a little bit, I think, by the 6th, but he stayed with it. And with that good sinking fastball, that 2-seamer stuck out Jack Edmonds. And that got it done. Dom Dominguez is the DH and the leadoff batter. Dominguez takes Hahn away, 1 ball and no strikes. And the new pitcher is Miles Chamberlain. He's got 1 start. This will be his 5th relief appearance, 11 innings. 11 hits, 3 runs, they're all earned, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. He has no record and a 2.45 earned run average. Miles Chamberlain in the pitch. On a 1-2. Second baseman Fox midway between the bags, allowing this guy to pull the ball, and he did, but he pulled it way high in the air. Way up there in the stratosphere, and middle miss is camped under that, puts it away, and there's 1 gone.
You know, something that doesn't show in the stats in that, Al, but on that swing, when that big ball came off the bat, Middlemiss was moving. He was camped under it when it came down. He gets a real good jump on the ball.
Chamberlain, Victoria, British Columbia right-hander, 6'2", 185 pounds, a junior at Cloud County Community College. And Tyler Shulman is the batter.
Real nice breaking ball by Chamberlain on that last pitch.
Wind up, and here's the 0-1 delivery on the hands. Flared foul up the left side, now to play. It is official. The Riverhawks have set a new all-time single game attendance record, 9,200. And they are wedged in like cordwood. And they've been treated to a pretty nice ball game today. 0-2 here on Shulman. And the long stride home here by Chamberlain. It's a bouncing ball here to Fox, the second baseman. And an easy play. There's 2 gone. And that is the 9th putout of the night here for Lenahan. 6 of them assisted putouts, the other 3 unassisted. And Valdiva is the batter up. And he goes around on the pitch from Chamberlain, strike 1. Chamberlain has signed a letter of intent, and he'll attend that baseball factory at the University of British Columbia this fall. And here's the kick in the 0-1 pitch. Just a little high of the target. We're at a ball and a strike. And we're at the 1 hour and 55-minute mark of this contest tonight. Middle infield again tonight. Phelps at short, Fox at second. Kodama was originally penciled in as the second baseman tonight. He was scratched from the lineup, hopefully not with an injury. Sato was at third, Lenahan at first base. And Green completes the battery. I'll tell you what, him and Latimer tonight, they went together like ham and eggs. They really did.
Do a good job. Three and one count. A hitter's count. He knows the pitcher has to come in with it.
And Valdovia swings at the pitch.
Chamberlain threw Valdovia a real good breaking ball early in this count. Let's see if he comes back with it.
And the 3-2 delivery. Room a strike, and Valdovia was there to meet it. Fouled it away. Up off the backstop here at Remax Field. And the pitch, there's a ball up in the eyes of the batter, and kind of with a tomahawk chop, he fouls it off the bag at third base. Yes, lots of baseball played in Canada tonight at some of these great parks we have. Rogers Place in Toronto, they played a day game, so I'm not sure how they're going to fire rockets off unless they close the roof. But they draw these huge crowds each and every year at CanWest Global Ballpark in Winnipeg. A park that was built in 1950, and it was tailored after Six Stadium in Seattle, and that is Nat Bailey Stadium in Vancouver. Great old yard.
Chamberlain lost the batter. For the fans, if we get a shot on it in the infield, they'll see that third baseman is shading third base. Late innings, you're up. You want to protect against a two-base hit.
And the pitch down and away. And the Hawks have had a right-hander up and throwing in the relief pen for this entire half inning. And they'll probably empty the pen out here the rest of the way through. Trying to get everybody some work, or those that need it anyway. Ball's popped up, and that might do it right behind home plate. Not hit real high, but Green did a textbook. He located the ball, he flipped his mask in the opposite direction, and he's there to make the catch as we head to the stretch half of 7.
Everybody stretch. Come on, everybody up. Here we go. The lyrics are going to be on the big screen. Come on, get up over here. Don't pretend like you're too cool for school. All right, let's do Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Tried and true tradition. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Buy me some peanuts. I don't care if I ever come back. Riverhawk, if they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3. Down at the old ball game. Oh yeah! Woo-hoo! Eating a hot dog, singing. This is the best Canada Day ever.
Yeah. Well,
Are you guys having a good time? All right, let's do a big caw for our Riverhawks in 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, caw!
Well, you know, at the old ball game, we love the great outdoors, and nothing says Canadian summer like camping does. That's why it's time for our second big prize of the night, a massive $3,000 camping prize pack from Arcan, Ultimate Outdoor Bundle, heated Kuma chairs, Pit Boss smoker, 1-week trailer rental from Arcan and more. Here's your lucky seat. Section JJ, row 17, seat 12. There you go. Congratulations. We'll give you your big prize. And leading off for Riverhawks, a catcher 32, Jason Green.
Here in the last of 7, Jason Green, the leadoff batter. And he swings the pole, and he gets under it. It's a high pop fly out in the 7 hole between the center and the left fielder. Marquis is there to make a catch. Fly ball out to center, 1 pitch, 1 gone. And Mitch Middlemiss will be the hitter. Scorers tonight on the West Coast League. Springfield is up on Ridgefield 5-1, top of 5. Victoria leads the Nanaimo Ball Club 3-2. That's in the top half of the 5th inning. Of course, Nanaimo's going to be in town through the weekend. Marion Berries and the Yakima Valley Pippins are tied at 2 in the top of 6. Wenatchee and Kamloops are scoreless. Good pitching duel going there today at Norbrook Field in Kamloops, located just off the shores of the North Thompson River. Bellingham and Kelowna 1 apiece in the 7th inning. Bend leads Walla Walla 7-2 in the 4th. And the Portland Pickles with a 1-0 lead on the Cowlitz Black Bears in the top half of the 3rd inning. Josh Verkolen, 3rd pitcher on the night. Here for the Lefties, he's got 1 away and the base is empty. Here's that long stride home, and that pitch is away off target, ball 4. There you see it, the beautiful Walter Dale Bridge, and below that, that's some kind of a vessel. It looks to me that it's a tour boat.
Here that River Queen that they have?
Could be. And Sharu Sato is the batter. On an 0-for-2 night. Got a pretty good tug of the pitch in his appearance in the 3rd inning. He lined a bullet to the shortstop Kirk. That one came off the barrel at about 100 miles an hour. It's brought his batting average up about 80 points in the last couple of weeks after a slow start. His bat's really coming around. And he went around on the pitch. Count is even at a ball and a strike.
Got him with an off-speed pitch.
And the 1-1 delivery. It's a good pitch right in on the hands, and it's a little Texas leaguer out into short center that'll fall in. Nelson, the second baseman, did all he could. He went to the ball, he dove for it, he went horizontal. But you couldn't have dropped that thing in better with a Norden bomb side and a Texas League single.
No, that was just one of those CNI hits, and like you said, the second baseman did everything in his power to make that catch. Couldn't quite do it.
And second baseman Jackson Fox will be the hitter. And this ball is turned around. It's hit in good order, fairly deep to Jeremy Gisay in left field. He ran about 2 paces back and put leather on that, 2 away. And Drew Veach will be the hitter. Lefty's wearing a black uniform top, gray trousers, and a bright orange trim. And Veach will be the hitter. Verkolen pitching in his second inning out of the bullpen tonight in relief of Ian Hostetler. Worked a 4 1/3 inning distance, did a real good job of saving some wear and tear on those arms in the pen. On certain nights, you got to have something like that. There's the line drive to the left side, and Kirk ranges to his throwing side, to his right, and he just hauled in that frozen rope. That's a big league play right there.
You don't get him better than that, Al. It's tremendous play by Kirk.
Look at that. Hard sinking line drive, and he's there to flag it.
He doesn't get that. That's a minimum of 1 run scoring.
0-1, 0-2 the totals as we hit to the 8th inning. Riverhawks are up 5-1 on Canada Day.
And then whoever gets back gift card to Leopold's Tavern. They're gonna have to count down, put your heads on their bats, bats on the ground. 3, 2, 1, go, spin! 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 3 3/4, 4, 5, spin faster! 6, 7, 7.5, 7 3/4, 8, 8, still on 8, 9, 9.5, 10, go, go, go! You gotta make it back to me! Congratulations, you're our winner! You're our runner-up! Amazing! Asa, we're gonna send you as the runner-up with a $15 gift card, and you're our winner. You got a $100 gift card to Leopold's Tavern. Thank you for doing the Leopold's Tavern Dizzy Bat Challenge.
Now into pitch for your Riverhawks, number 40, Reese Allensworth.
Took you home and be a home run. Show me how you do. I wanna tuck down in the cloud with you. Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones.
I like crazy, foolish, stupid. How they going wild, fist pumping music. I might lose it. Glass to the roof, how we lose it, lose it, lose it. I don't care tonight, she don't care. We like almost there, the right vibe. Ready to get live, ain't no surprise. Take me so high, jumping those dives, surfing the crowd. Oh, said I gotta be the man, I'm the head of my band. Mic check 1, 2. Shut them down in the club when the Playboy does. So they all get loose, loose out the bottle. We all get fit in again tomorrow.
Final totals tonight for Miles Chamberlain. He works it inning. He pitched all of the 7th, zeros over with a base on ball. In relief of the starter tonight, Carson Latimer. Threw 87 pitches, 58 in the strike zone, a 6-inning stint, 1 earned run, and he twirled a 2-hitter. Allensworth makes his 10th relief appearance, 9 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He's walked 8, struck out 4, got a 1-0 record, no saves, and a 3.72 earned run average. And Jeff Nelson will get it going here in the top half of the 8th. And the pitch is right up the pump for a strike, 0-1 to Jeff Nelson. He's lined out and he's flied out tonight. And a curveball strike.
Real nice hook on that ball, just caught the outside corner.
7:05 tomorrow night, 7:05 on Thursday night, and then we'll be back on Friday through the weekend against the Night Owls from Nanaimo. And he's going to waste one in the dirt. Allensworth is out of the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington ball player, 6'2", 200 pounds, junior out of Everett Community College. Right off the first base side of the pitcher's rubber, strides home and delivers. And it's fouled away. And Allensworth comes to the plate. Took a little off the pitch. He threw it up in the wheelhouse. No doubt about it. Nelson chased the pitch. That was not a strike, but it's a strikeout. Just as good. Get the job done.
Take him any way you can get him. And by changing that up the way he did, he was totally fooled him and swung through it.
And Daniel Poros will be the hitter. Tommy Marquis also due up here in the inning. At the second base position, Fox is fully back. Right on the lip of the infield shale of the skin, and he's letting this guy to pull a ball midway between the bags of first and second. And there's another 1 pitch. Down and away. And the pitch on the hands. Back at third base down the line, giving chase is Sato. He'll have no play. Again, the single biggest crowd in franchise history. And we've had some big ones in here through 3 years and change. With 9,200 tonight.
You can't get better than a sellout.
And the 1-2 delivery. He threw him a strike. Did Allensworth. Third pitcher on the night. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. He's been a good at bat here for Porras. He's fouled a few 2-strike pitches off, breaking balls and fastballs. I mentioned last year, 58 players were drafted out of the West Coast League, and a passel more of them were signed to free agent, non-drafted player contracts. Travis Bazana was the highest pick out of the West Coast League, first rounder. Out of Oregon State, he played for the Corvallis Knights, and he's the property of the Cleveland Guardians. Then you had Malcolm Moore, also a first rounder, out of Stanford, played for the Bellingham Bells, and he is now the property of the Texas Rangers. That's all you need to know about the caliber of play in this league. You see 53 ball players drafted. High and away, ball 4.
That's not something you like, Al, when you're got an 0-2 count and then come back and lose them. I'll be playing a double play depth.
And Tommy Markey, 0 for 2 tonight, with a walk and a run scored. One of the best hitters in the league, hitting a scintillating .387, and this is a legit .387. This is his 15th game. That's got him third in the league in hitting. Ahead of him, Dominic Cadiz of the Wenatchee Ball Club hitting .438. Kyle McDaniel of Portland hitting .400. High and away pitch, 1 ball and no strikes. Josh Scheihart of Portland, the run batted in leader, has got 44 stakes on the year.
Attempted a pickoff. I think that ball hit the umpire. Came back to the.
Good thing you did, or would have a man in scoring position.
Have a man on second base. I think with 2-0, they got a reliever warming up, and I think if we see a ball thrown here, we'll see Jamie Wilson, the pitching coach, come out.
If it didn't hit the umpire, it hit the runner coming back, one of the two.
Yeah.
Looks like it nailed the runner right in the thigh. Two balls, no strikes on the marquee. And here comes the pitch. On outside, ball 3. 10th bullpen appearance on the year for Allensworth. 9 2/3 innings of work coming into this one here tonight. And he'll get the automatic in on over 3 and 1. 3.72 earned run average, no saves. And he logs a 1-loss record of 1-0. And here comes the 3-1. Hit off the high end of the bat, and it's a fly ball up the middle, drifting back with lots of room to spare. Ball hit 380 feet, and an easy catch here for Drew Veach, 2 away.
Nice job. He was up to 2-0, and then he came back and worked him and got that fly out to center field.
And Taylor Kirk, the shortstop, who made the play of the game defensively in the previous inning on a line drive, took him into the hole, and he dove for the ball, backhanded it, caught the ball. 100 miles an hour off the barrel. Kirk 0 for 2 with a run batted in tonight. Tried to loop it with an inside-out swing, and he flares it down the foul line and right. There won't be a play for anybody. Middle miss coming in, and Lenahan going out.
Evens up the count at 1-1, 2 out.
Graham Grider, the plate umpire tonight. Mark Wright at first, Matt Beaudry, umpire working at third. And the ball popped up. Should do it here in the inning to the right side of the infield on the skin. And Fox is there to make the catch and retire the side. Zero, 0-0-0-1 the totals as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning on Canada Day. The Riverhawks up by 4. It's a 5-1 ball game.
They're going to run the whole track all the way down to you at the third baseline. Whoever gets there first is going. They're going to win a hat and tickets to the July 19th game. We got 4 tickets. You're right. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, look at him go.
Oh, he's cocky.
Chasing
He's
behind
cocky,
them.
Captain
It's
Canada.
the great Canadian freeze. Look out, it's the freeze.
Oh, the freeze is making his move.
Oh, we got to work off those in the Nanaimo bar.
Look at this. He's going to go in neck and neck. Who's going to win it?
We're coming right here. It's getting close. We're going up to Boston
Oh.
General Body and Equipment, ripped by Coca-Cola. Boom, and we've got a winner right here. Come on over. What's your name? Hunter. Now, Hunter, what was your plan going into the run? Just run. Run as hard as you can. Congratulations, Hunter. Happy Canada Day. You won a baseball hat and 4 tickets to the July 19th game. Hunter did it. Crushed it. Kaka.
He felt that wind chill right there.
Yeah, the freeze. Looks like they're a little cold.
Absolutely. Blowing in from northern Alberta.
Get tired, you're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club, oh mama. Just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club.
Leading off for your Riverhawks, shortstop number 6, Robert Bell.
And shortstop Robert Phelps, who's been a real fan favorite this season. And that picture of him pretty much describes it. You can see that smile on his face. I've never seen him without one.
They're exactly right. Got to the ballpark, and first guy you see, he's got that big smile.
And that flip of the coin, he's probably never seen me with one. Phelps got hit by a pitch in the second inning. He's got 2 ground ball outs and a fly ball out. Here he turns one right around. He's got some height on this puppy. Way back there, on clean to the wall. And that is Gisay, and what a fielding play. He was right out of real estate, right up on the Nova sign.
He was right on the wall when he made that catch. Good pop by Phelps. Excellent play by the left.
That's probably a jack in any other ballpark in this league.
I think you're right.
The breaking pitch got hung a little bit. That's a nice fielding play by Gisay. Right out of real estate, right up along the wall. 1 away. And this ballpark in Edmonton is not like the padded outfield walls you see in the big leagues. If you consider a 4-foot grade beam and plywood comfortable or soft.
If you hit the plywood in the right spot, it bends a little now.
And here comes the pitch on a half swing, and a foul coming back. 0-2 to Yzerman's. We did have a ground rule double tonight, a ball that was pulled down the left field line, rolled into the bullpen. When a ground rule double is called here, that's generally what they are. Up in the big leagues, you'll see ground rule doubles that bounce off the warning track, or the shale on the warning track, and over the wall. That will never happen here. And Yzerman's with an opposite field single. And Max Stagg will be the hitter.
Max is another one. When you come to the ballpark, you're always friendly, always open with people. People love him in the stands.
And here's the pitch. Turned it over, and it's a call strike. Love to have you down to the park tomorrow night. We'll do it all again. A 7:05 first pitch. You'll catch all the action here on Riverhawk TV. And here's the strike one delivery. And I am told they are going to leave the live stream open tonight, so you'll be able to, if you so desire, watch the fireworks show.
And they do a good job. They fenced everything off over by that eye-level bridge. And
I don't know if you've ever seen the one that they fire off at Washington, D.C. I saw it last year. And I'll tell you what, that's not a 5-minute show.
No.
2 balls, 1 strike here on Stagg. Runner at first is on the move. Here's the throw on one. Hop to the second baseman, Nelson covering. Tag put down and not there in time. A head first slide to the bag for Yzerman's. Puts him into scoring position. Pete Rose, who really perfected that, he said you have less chance of injury with a head foot slide than you do with a feet first slide.
Well, in Pete's case, his head was like solid granite.
No doubt about it, he's in there.
He was one tough guy.
And Stagg draws the walk.
When you talk about compete levels, Al, with athletes, I don't know if anybody ever had a higher compete level than Pete Rose.
He was a football player in a baseball uniform is what he was.
Exactly right.
And the pitch to Lenahan, he takes a cut at it, fouls it back. Sadly, we lost Pete in the last year.
Yeah, he, it's interesting because you're talking about being a football player. He played with a linebacker mentality.
His dad was a football
aggressive
coach.
Style.
His dad was a football coach.
Yeah.
Strike one here to Lenahan. Of course, they wouldn't let him in the Hall of Fame, but nobody can take this away from him. He's got more base hits than anybody else in the history of Major League Baseball.
More base hits, and very few players played with that aggressive style that he did.
Made the All-Star team in the National League, I think, in 5 different positions.
Yeah, he could play them.
Second base, third base. I don't think he ever played the shortstop position. First base and left field, and maybe center, not sure. And the 1-2 pitch. That's a little low. He got the hit that tied him with Ty Cobb off a guy I knew. He pitched AAA ball here, a guy named Reggie Patterson. And he got the all-time record breaker off of another guy pitched in the Pacific Coast League named Eric Shaw. Now we go from 0-2 to 3-2. First and second base with one away in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Now this is a pitch. If he gets this over the plate, Lanahan is very good at focusing on anything in the zone.
Runners will hold in the pitch on the fists, fouled off towards the Edmonton dugout. I think Pete only had maybe a half a year in the minor leagues when he came up to Cincinnati.
Yeah, he was up really young.
And in those years, the Reds had some good players. They had Vada Pinson, they had Frank Robinson. That was not an easy lineup to crack. Tommy Helms. That's going to load the bases on a breaking ball down and away. And Jason Green will be the hitter. And that's going to do it for Vercolen. He's going to head to the clubhouse, or at the very least the dugout. And we shall return in just a minute. Mason Say, the new pitcher in the ball game, fourth pitcher on the night. For the Lefties, he's out of Mission Viejo, California. Not a big tall guy, 5'8", 180-pound drop and drive pitcher out of the University of Puget Sound. Bouncing ball to the right, nice snag by Nelson, up with it, and he throws the seed onto the bag. And that'll produce a run. As Green puts the ball into play and he gets the job done. And Mitchell Middle Miss is the batter due up. Two men in scoring position, and the pitch. Strike on the inside corner of the plate. Change up, and that goes middle miss way out in front of that. Hits it hard, but foul to third base. Here against Mason Say. Incomplete totals for Josh Verkolen. 2 1/3 tonight. Run totals not determined. 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, 3 base on balls. And the pitch. Hit it high in the air off the high end of the bat, drifting back and camped under this. That one way up there in the barrel. And that'll do it as Nelson, the second baseman, catches this fly ball, and that sets down the side. We'll move on to the 9th.
Last year we did this, and they recorded it from the river. Let's get up and let's sing Sweet Caroline. And I want the whole city to hear it. All right, everybody get up. Come on, get up. You're going to sing with me.
Let those people waiting for the fireworks hear
DJ
us.
Bradley James, best DJ in the city, going to play it. Here we go.
Touching one, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would.
No, but to
Take it.
it's his
Make it
birthday,
Canadian,
right?
Donovan.
He
Make it
looks like a
Canadian.
rooster. He's got a flow hockey and he's crushing it. Look at that hair, check it out. He's really good. He cuts it himself. Checking it out and checking it out. Here with you, sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good.
Sweet Caroline, I believe they never would.
Oh, no, no. Oh, yeah. Let's do it again. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe it never would. Oh, no, no. You sound pretty good, Edmonton!
And now
Oh,
pitch for
my
your
gosh.
Edmonton Riverhawks, number 14, Tate Deering.
Move on to the 9th inning with the new battery to report. Consecow is now into the ball game as the catcher. That is Chevis Consecow out of Iwa Beach, Hawaii. And Tate Deering try and close this one out here against Jack Edmonds. And Deering's first pitch is in the strike zone, 0-1.
Comes in with that very good breaking ball he's got. He mixes it up very well with a moving fastball.
Stretch here by Deering, the stride home and the pitch. Popped up, back of first base, foul territory. Lenahan comes over and he's got his hand on the piping, just couldn't squeeze it. Tate Deering, a sturdy British Columbia right-hander, 6'2", 220-pounder, big husky pitcher out of Reinhardt University, second-year man on the ball club, was a starter last season. At one time was on the national junior team. And Edmonds, the right-handed batting catcher, up there with a 0-2 count. Again, Consecow completes the battery. Fully back on the middle infield, midway at first and third. Here comes the pitch. And there's another one to Lenahan. The underhand flip here to Deering. Had to reach behind him, but he stays with it. And 3-1 on the putout, 1 away.
That was well done by Lenahan and Deering. You know, that's what you want to see. Good teamwork. And you see Deering's breaking for it right now, breaking hard for first base. Now you have to play him.
And Dominiquez is going to be the batter up. 1 away here in the top half of the 9th inning. First of a 6-game homestand and a 3-game series with the Port Angeles Lefties. Dominiquez tonight has bounced into a double play. Hit a comebacker to the mound and fly to right. He'll take outside, 1 ball and no strike. Here from Deering.
Tried to sneak that in on the outside corner of the plate and just didn't quite get it there.
Deering pitching here, and obviously a non-save situation. And the fastball high and away, go to ball 3. Number 14, Tate Deering into pitch.
Now, we've seen Tate Deering over the year, Al. He's got an inordinate number of groundouts. Keeps the ball down. Now we get a pop-up.
And Phelps ranges into short left field, and the shortstop camps into this. One hands it on in, there's 2 away.
And interestingly enough, Robert Phelps is here in Edmonton because of Tate Deering. They play at the same university, Reinhardt University in Georgia. And they're good buddies, and Tate talked Robert Phelps into coming up here, and Robert's become one of the real fan favorites in this park.
And Valdivia is the batter. 2 out here in the 9th inning. And the pitch. And Tate pulls the string on that pitch. Swing and a miss. Natural sink on the ball. Bottom fell out of it. Strike 1. Swing and a foul coming back. Strike 2.
Had a little heat on that pitch, Al. The inside corner and that foul.
And we're down to 1. Here comes the pitch. That's not the one. Too high. There you see the vista. It is a beautiful sunset tonight here in central Alberta. And the 1-2 delivery. Deering can top out right about 91 miles an hour with the fastball. The release speed indicator is not working on our TrackMan right now, but I would think that was in the area. In fact, in the lower part of the screen, it'll show you 92 miles an hour.
Well, that was a very good-looking breaking ball. The umpire said it just missed on the outside. Take it to 3-2 count.
Brendan Lepke going to join us tonight on our post-game show, a former and hopefully a future Edmonton Riverhawk pitcher. He's been rehabbing an ankle injury, and we'll bring Brendan on with us when the play-by-play portion of this one has been concluded. So there's a walk to Tyler Shalman. And Valdovia will be the batter. And here comes the pitch, fastball upstairs. And the ball popped up. Back at first base, foul territory. That ball's going to get surrounded and won't get caught. Slices on into the seats.
Evens up that count at 1-1.
Again, we got Nanaimo coming in for the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and our always popular matinee contest on the Sunday, which will bring the 3rd homestand of the season to a conclusion. And here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ball that's raised out into right field. That's not going to get caught. That's a tweeter between Middle Miss and Veach. It'll be Veach picking the ball up off the wall at second, and on his way to third is Shalaman. And a 3-base hit off the bat of Valdivina knocks in the run. And run number 2 is on the board as Shalaman scores all the way from first base on a rope hit out into right center field. 3-base hit for Valdivina.
Real solid swing. Got everything on the ball. Drove it right between center fielder and right fielder. And right to the wall. And that's a deep power alley out there, Al. That's a long way to that fence.
And Jeremy Gisay, the left fielder, on a 1-for-3 night is the batter. And the pitch. It's a spinner, and it misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner.
Same breaking ball. Just got it in the zone this time. Took a little speed off it.
Deering rocks into the windup, and there he threw a real nice curveball. Good spin, good break, good location. 1-2.
I expect a fastball on the hands.
And there's a shattered bat looper out into short center field. That's going to fall in here at the feet of Drew Veach. And that bat is now firewood. And in to score is Valdivina.
That's one of the crazy things about this game, Al. It's a pretty good pitch. Pretty good velocity on it. You see it come in there with his fastball inside.
And there you saw that splinter off the barrel. I'd imagine he'll trade a bat for a knock any day of the week.
I think so.
No,
Discussion
2 out
going
upright.
on. And they've got another reliever warming up in the Riverhawk bullpen. It's going to get T. Deering to settle down a little bit. He's just got to get 1 out.
Barring a pinch hitter, it'll be Jeff Nelson, second baseman. And he's swinging a good bat, .327 batting average going into this one tonight. 0-for-3 on the evening. He's lined out, flied out, and struck out. Out of Odessa, Washington, Jeff Nelson. 5'11", 185-pound infielder, senior at the University of Jamestown. 1 ball, no strike on Jeff Nelson.
I don't know if Jamestown's North Dakota or South Dakota. I know it's in the Dakotas. A lot of Edmonton area football players played there. Now Deering get behind 2-0.
2 outs in the inning, a ground ball on a pop-up, and things were looking pretty good. But 3 batters later, 2 runs have come in to score, and there's a man at first base. That being Jeremy Gisay with that bloop single up the middle. 2-1 here on Nelson. And the pitch, slow ground ball, fielded here by Phelps. And lightning out of that glove to the throwing hand, and he threw a bullet right on the money.
He sure did, and that's the beauty of Robert Phelps. His release is exceptional.
All right, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left. As the Hawks end a 4-game string of futility with the win here tonight and the lifter of the series. Go nowhere, back in a very short period of time with our wrap-up to tonight's festivities.
killed it. Tell us, how does it feel playing it? Oh! How did that feel? It's refreshing, right? I was wearing way too much denim. That was welcome. How does it feel playing in front of this sold-out crowd here on Canada Day?
I mean, happy Canada Day, everybody. That was awesome, eh?
Yeah! Now look at this. You even have your athletic cowboy boots. Is that the secret to your athletic dominance?
I think it was. It really was.
Amazing. Any message to our fans here today as a send out on this awesome Canada Day?
Hey, thanks for coming out. Great Canada Day, everybody. Bring it back again tomorrow. Let's go.
Amazing. Once again from number 55, Carson Latimer. Now, Carson, here is a hat and a shirt. It got soaked by that spray. Let's go give it to the fan that you want to choose. Any fan you want. Let's go over here.
Chris, there you go. Carson Latimer, the pride of Delta, BC. Throwing 157 kilometers an hour at times tonight. Congratulations.
There we go. Once again, your player of the game, number 55, Carson Latimer. Who owns the North? We do. Who owns the North? We do. Show me.
All right, Edmonton, let's keep this party going. Are you ready to keep partying? All right, we got a special treat for you right coming down the third base line. It is the Brass Tactics and Northern Empire. All right, let's go.
And back here at Remax Field, we'll have the totals in the ball game for you. Our guest tonight is a former and hopefully a future Edmonton Riverhawk pitcher, Brendan Lepke, and you're out with kind of a lame foot.
Yeah, I haven't been so lucky. Broke it a couple times, maybe 3 times, and then finally had to get surgery on it. So, yeah, no, I'm just kind of, I've been on, haven't been able to walk on it for the last 6 weeks, so hopefully pretty soon here get to see the doctor, and then might be able to return for the last little bit of the season, or maybe next year, hopefully.
Yeah, that's a sure play. Let's run through the totals. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on. For the Lefties tonight, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 12 left aboard for Edmonton. And the starter tonight, a big Canadian right-hander, Carson Latimer. He's got an arm like a buggy whip, and he was snapping them off tonight. 87 pitches, 58 in the strike zone to go to 1-0. And the curious thing about it, you see ground ball pitchers, they throw sinker balls, curve balls. This guy's a hard thrower, and he got 12 ground ball outs.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it's definitely when you have that kind of velocity coming at them, you're going to be putting a lot more on the ground, and you're going to be a lot later. So that's kind of what we saw today. And yeah, he went right after them, and he did an amazing job.
Topped out at about 98, and the two-seamers is ground ball out pitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his two-seamer, I think it was still at 93, 94. So.
And he's keeping the ball down. And the other thing was, he really changed speeds a fair amount today. Really kept the batters off balance. You know, and this is the thing to me, Brendan. If you've got a pitcher, and Tate Deering does this all the time, his change of speeds and his control is so good. Now tonight he threw 26 pitches and only 15 for strikes, which is not a lot for him in percentage. But in the main, he's really, really good with that. And how do you, as a batter, I wouldn't want to be up against a guy that can change speeds on me and put the ball where he wants to.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely the biggest thing. If you can change the speed on your pitches and make it look just like your fastball, right? That's where people are going to struggle a lot, and they do an amazing job of that as well.
Again, I mentioned those ground ball outs. Lenahan tonight had 10 putouts, 6 of them unassisted putouts. He is fluid at first base. He can pick them sinking line drives. Those kind of drives will eat up a big leaguer.
Oh yeah, no, Trent's unreal first baseman over there. Anything hit over to the first or right side is you're getting that out right there. So he's awesome out there on first.
All right, no save tonight. Latimer picks up the win. He goes to 1-0, the starter, and he'll take the loss tonight. There's Cole Acker, 0-1. He just couldn't get that last out of the first inning. Walks were his undoing. A pitching line of 2/3 of an inning. 3 runs are all earned, 2 hits, no strikeouts. He walked 4 batters. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45. An all-time franchise record for an assembled multitude here tonight. 9,200 in the seats. There are AAA ball clubs that will draw that tonight.
Oh, it's amazing how much support we get from Edmonton and all of our fans. It's so cool getting to see the past 3 years, just seeing what they've been able to accomplish here down at Remax Field, and it's all
amazing.
Starts with the fans.
Just amazing. All right, Edmonton ends a 4-game skid. They'll go to 13-11, and for the Lefties, they end a 5-game win streak. They'll fall to 10-5, and the beauty of this game is another one tomorrow night.
Yeah, back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And no, I appreciate you guys having me on. I had a great time talking with you guys. So.
All righty. Brendan Lepke, thanks a lot, and
thank you.
Get healthy.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Thank you so
much.
much.
It's always fun talking with you, Brendan.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Well, we'll see you guys back downstairs.
All righty, you know it.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome.
You know that. Again, 2 hour, 45 minutes to play, 9,200 to watch it. And the Riverhawks, the way they did it, they knocked in 3 runs in the first inning. It was a 1-out single by Yzermans, followed up by a walk issued to Stagg, another walk issued to Lenahan, and then Green with a 2-run rope. He nailed out into right field, and that's how the first 3 runs would come in to score. And they nipped away at a little bit, 1 in the 4th, 1 more in the 6th, and put the icing on the cake with a run in the 8th inning. Nobody really stood out to me as far as hitting is concerned. Middle Miss had a pretty good day. He legged out an infield hit and pulled a long single out into right field, advanced to second on a fielding error.
He did pretty good on that, and like you say, Al, they only 8 hits. And you pick up 6 runs on 8 hits. Now, they had 2 errors, which helped. But at the same time, this team can swing the bat a little better. And I suspect tomorrow they're going to have to.
And tomorrow night, we'll have it for you right at 7:05 after the national anthems have been concluded. Just a great night of baseball here at the park. Again, a reminder, we'll keep the live stream on, and you can enjoy that massive fireworks display that'll be getting set off in just about an hour's time. So pull up a stool, knock the roof off a cold one if you like, and we'll have that fireworks show.
And they've got a band out there right now. You'll see that, and then the fireworks right after.
All right, on behalf of Stephen Leong, our live stream director, and Delaney Miles, our replay coordinator, it's Al Coates on behalf of John Belmont. Had a great night at the park. We'll see you tomorrow night from right here at this locality.
Edmonton.